Thank you for picking Duality. This is a project by Joe Pix and myself, Freediver72. We decided to do a box each with 2 locks on the box. That's why it would be called Duality, plus there's 2 of them. So this is box 1 and Joe Pix is doing box 2. So you've obviously got it open. On the top is where the keys would be kept. Right now, obviously they're in the locks. The mechanism on them is very simple. There's a lifter. You don't want to force them. It is just plastic. Parts can be replaced, however, if I need to do something to repair it. So yeah, that's how simple the locks are, but they have to be locked in order to get the keys out, and I'm going to try to protect the identity of the keys. Not that it matters at this point, you should have already picked it. So I'm going to start with the disassembly of it. These pins just come out. You can just tap the lock and that whole carrier should come out. Same thing here. One tends to be a little bit tighter. So you can also put your finger on the face of the lock and push up to get it started. Alright, so set the box aside for just a moment and we'll take the carriers apart. This one is carrier 1. I usually put carrier 1 here. It doesn't really matter. They're both the same. So the only thing that matters is the orientation of the lifters. So finish taking it apart. That you could gut it right here. You wouldn't necessarily have to take it out. It does only go in one way because the back you can see is smaller. It does have a stop, so it goes in, it's flush, but it's got the stopper on the back so the kit can't go all the way out. This is the lifter carrier and the lifter, and again same thing on the other side. So assembly is really simple. Obviously, if you took it out, like I said, it can only go in one way. You can't put it in backwards. It's got to stop so that it doesn't pass all the way through. That way it aligns with the lifter carrier properly. So the first thing you want to do is put the lifter in. The lifter goes up, so it should be at the top. If it goes at the bottom, it'll never lock. So because it just won't lift high enough to get that it would have to be in an unlocked position on there in order, and then it might get it high enough, but you would have to actually turn the lock and you'd never get the key out and have the box locked at the same time. So make sure the lifter is up at the top, coming out of the top section of the box. There are bevels on the bottom here. It's just slightly beveled. That's so that it can mate in the bottom during the printing process. If there's anything down in that groove in the bottom of the box, this won't get hung up. It can sit flush in the bottom. So it just slides right in. Then we have one on the other side, same thing. Make sure that our bevel's at the bottom, and it should just slide in so that the release goes right through, and that's it. Put our locking pins back in place, and then of course we need the keys in order to lock it, and this is going to be number 1 on this side and number 2 on this side. Unlock it, our little pins drop down. Again, it doesn't matter which way the lid goes, it should lock either way. And get it, just center it with your fingers, lock them, and that's it. That's Duality. Thanks again for picking it, and hope you enjoy the lock that was sent to you. And send a great lock on to the next person so that they can get the same enjoyment you did. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.